just gaslit myself into another book, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and I'm so excited to finally film this video. This is a video that I have been putting off since I think August, so these books have been accumulating for a while. I've also been a bit excited with my book buying recently. So this is not normally the amount of books that I would get in the 4-month span, but I found some amazing series, I've had some fun special edition finds, and I'm so excited to talk with you guys about it all today. I have a couple disclaimers. The first disclaimer I want to give is that Lulu, my beautiful puppy, is running around, so if you hear her in the background being a little menace, I do apologize. Second thing I want to say is that these books are books that I've had for a bunch of months and I've been slowly collecting, and not all of them are new. Some of them are new, but most are from Book Outlet, or I've got them secondhand or something like that. One more disclaimer for you guys is I have read a lot of these books already because I have been collecting them since August, and or some of them I purchased because I read them on my Kindle. A lot of them I have read, so that's exciting as well. Go me, no physical TBR. And as always, before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I also have my TikTok and my Instagram linked down below, so please go follow me there. The first book that I picked up was Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Now this book is so much fun. This book this year was actually a reread for me, and when I reread it for the second time, I knew that I had to get a copy of this book in my hands. I read it the first time, I loved it, I needed a copy. But I, prioritized new books and just was like, save money. And then I read it a second time and I was like, no, I need this on my shelf. This is an amazing book. This book is about our main character, Alexis, and she is a doctor at her hospital that her family runs. So she is like a generational doctor. I don't even think that's the right term, but she has been a doctor. Her parents are doctors. Their grandparents are doctors. They are like amazing surgeons, and she is in emergency medicine, and she has a lot of family pressures on her. She just broke up with her boyfriend. She's just having maybe not the best time, and she's a little bit stressed. We have our main love interest, Daniel Grant. This man, I'm in love with this man so much. He has a baby goat. He is the mayor of this small town. He runs a little B&B breakfast inn situation. He is a carpenter. He's amazing. They are so awesome. She is a little bit older than him. He's a little bit younger. And they just embark on this beautiful story where Alexis can escape her life in the city and just really find a home in this small town that Daniel is from. The story is just so good. The next book that I have is The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. Now, this book was a bit of an unexpected purchase, shall we say, because I freaked myself out that they were changing the covers. I think that what was happening was I was seeing like UK covers being released in a different style, and I got really nervous that they were about to overhaul all of the covers to match the similar style. I know that's a bit of an irrational fear, but like that's what happened with Tessa Bailey's books. Like some of her backlog has been recovered and re-released. So I was worried that they were going to do that with this. And there's just something about this cover that I absolutely adore. I can't really explain it. I just love it. Like the illustration, the colors, everything. It's so much fun. And I had read this book on audiobook, and I started the Paramount Plus, I believe it is, exclusive like TV show. And I really enjoyed the story. I loved the cover. So I was like, I have to have it before they replace the cover. And I don't think that they replaced the cover. So I think I just gaslit myself into another book, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. So Tiffy and Leon end up sharing an apartment because their schedules completely overlap perfectly so that they'd never have to see each other. Leon works nights and sleeps during the day, and then Tiffy works during the day and sleeps during the night. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway, so Tiffy is like a journalist and Leon is a nurse. Leon's brother was wrongly convicted, and so Leon is trying to prove his innocence, and Tiffy ends up getting involved and writing about his brother's story, and they communicate with sticky notes because they're never at the apartment at the same time. They're like passing ships in the night kind of thing, and so then there's all these cute sticky note messages, and this story is just so wholesome. And I believe with the audiobook, the narrator did a really good job in acting out these characters' voices. I loved it, and the accent in the audiobook was like so good. I just really enjoyed this book. The next book that I have is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Now, you guys know that I have not been able to shut up about this book. This book actually made a cameo in both in my most anticipated reads for 2024, which I don't know if is going up before this or after this, and also in my recent video of my 2023 wrap up. I love this book. It was also a reread for me this year of 2023, but it was so much fun, and I just love this color. Yellow is my favorite color. I don't know if you guys can tell, like, I love the color yellow. It is such a happy, bright color, and the spine on this book in particular with the flowers is beautiful. And if I love a book, I need it on my shelf as kind of like a trophy, and so I needed to have this book with me. This book is about our two main characters, Jack and Hannah. I knew that. Jack and Hannah. Hannah is Jack's bodyguard. Jack is kind of a celebrity and has a slight stalker situation, and he wants to go home to his small town to be with his mom because his mom is kind of sick. So enter Hannah, who is a for-hire bodyguard with an agency, and she pretends to be his girlfriend while he is home with his family because Jack doesn't want his family to know that he is in danger. This book was so much fun. This book doesn't have any spice, just so you guys are aware, but I think that that is totally okay because number one, this book is beautifully written, the story is amazing, and you don't feel like you need spice in it. It is amazing. The last rom-com that I have for you guys that isn't part of a series, well, it is part of a series actually, but it's not a series that I've hauled, so it is Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake. This is the final book in the Bright Falls series, but it is the last like singleton rom-com that I have before I show you my giant series that I have purchased. This book was the final book in the Bright Falls series, as I said, and it is a fun conclusion, but it wasn't my favorite in the series. So it's about Iris and Stevie. Iris is an author and she is really struggling with romance inspiration and she doesn't know what to write about. And Stevie is an actor and she does live theater and plays, and she's kind of like in a little bit of a slump in her career. Two end up meeting at a bar and having a horrible one-night stand situation. Like something goes completely awry and they never think that they're gonna see each other again. Until of course they do. And Iris and Kelly are now the two leads in the play to save Iris's best friend's live theater show. And they put a fun queer twist on classic plays. The Stardust Thief is the next book that I picked up. That was really loud, sorry guys. The next book that I picked up, and this is actually the Illumicrate special edition. So it has these beautiful purple sprayed edges. I just think that this is the most gorgeous purple. They go all the way around and I absolutely love the cover. It is the same cover, which I really love. Well, okay, in special editions, typically I like a different cover. However, I love this cover, so the recolor of the original cover is okay here for me because the flames are normally like an orangey red and the purple is just perfect with the edges, and then the spine is all purple. Under the dust jacket, I just need you guys to just breathe for a second. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I love a good foiled edge, and because I've read the book, surprise, I know the symbolism of the compass. I absolutely love the sign on the back, neither here nor there, but long ago, because this is how the author started so many of the amazing stories that she told throughout the book that I just love. Additionally, there is, as of course, character art, and I don't know, I just find it so beautiful. And because it's a little bit damaged on the bottom, like not even badly, right there, the seller had it for a really, really low price, and I was like, well, because I love the cover and it's a special edition, it's basically costing me the same thing as if I was to buy the hardcover in Canada. I'll just buy the special edition, and so I did. The Stardust Thief is a book that is so amazing that I don't want to say too much about it. It is about a midnight merchant who sells magical objects, and magic is kind of banned in this area, and it's about a prince who is really unlike his brothers and is quite soft, and he goes on a journey with this magic merchant and they encounter Jinn. They're looking for something. There's a desert that's kind of filled with magical tricks, and it's so much fun. The next special edition that I purchased is one that I am just absolutely giddy about, and that is the Afterlight exclusive edition of Happy Place by Emily. Now we know that Emily Henry is one of my favorite authors of all time. Like the writing that this woman does is absolute perfection. The way in which she can show and not tell with her writing is just like top notch. And there was something about these sprayed edges that were so amazing, and I wasn't able to get my grubby little hands on it when it first came out. I didn't get it, but I found it on the eBay and it is my pride and joy. Now, couple things. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna give you a minute to process Win and Harriet right here. And the back, I don't know. I just think that these characters were captured so beautifully, and just the immaculate sunset Maine vibes with the sprayed edges. Not to mention, it's signed. I have an Emily Henry signed exclusive edition, and this is just amazing. If you haven't heard what Happy Place by Emily Henry is about, where have you been? But I will tell you, it is about Win and Harriet, who are the most amazing couple, and they, because of life's paths, end up breaking up after being together for, I believe, 8 or 10 years, something along the lines of that. Like, it's been like a really long time. But they don't have the heart to tell their friend group because their 4 main friends are all connected to both of them. That's how they met. So they always go on this trip to Maine, and this year, since they're not together, only Harriet was supposed to go. Only she is surprised when she finds Win at the house for the trip. I won't tell you why, I won't tell you there, but they are kind of stuck together, trapped in this house on vacation, surrounded by their friends who don't know that they're not together. And then we also get flashbacks from when Win and Harriet were together when they were falling in love, and it is amazing. Before we move on to the series, I do have a quick wildcard book that I have hauled, and that is Sunny Side Up by Sarah's Day. This is a cookbook, and this is actually one of my first cookbooks. I have like a couple cookbooks that I got when I was younger and kind of like a preteen. Like I got that American Girl cookbook somewhere in my house, but this is like my first like true adult cookbook, and I love Sarah's Day. I watch her videos constantly, and so I haven't been able to get my grubby little hands on any of her activewear or her hat. I really wanted a hat from her most recent collection, but I haven't been able to get it. But I've been watching her for literal years, and when she came out with a cookbook, I thought that this was the perfect opportunity for me to finally grab something from her. And also I love reading and I love cooking, and I just think that this is going to be so much fun to get into. Have I made anything from it yet? No, but was I displaying it on my bookshelf? Yes. So I know that I will get to it. I know that I'm going to find some amazing recipes in here, and it's so beautifully crafted, and I'm so excited to have this in my possession. The next thing, the final thing that I have for you guys today is my series of Elsie Silver novels. Now, do I have more Elsie Silver books coming to me in the next couple of days? Yes. But could I wait to film this? No. No, I couldn't. So I have, let's just get her out of here for a second. I have the independently published discreet mirror covers that are out of print. And then I have this one. So let's get into this one first. Now, I did film a little come get this book with me on my TikTok if you guys want to go check it out, because I went to an independent bookstore and I actually got a signed copy. So in my head, it's okay that this book, Flawless, the first book in the series, doesn't match the first one because it's the only one that's signed. So Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is one of my favorite books in the entire series, and it's about Rhett and Summer. Rhett is a bull rider, and Rhett has this most irrational hatred towards the milk industry. Like, it is so funny. Like, he just hates milk, and it is actually hilarious how much this impacts his life and how just it will never not be funny. Summer is hired to kind of babysit him because she works for her father's marketing agency situation company, and so she needs to make sure that Rhett doesn't get himself in any more hot water and lose any more sponsorships. It is amazing. It is so much fun. I love this book. Getting into my children, my babies, my most amazing find. Now, okay, fun fact. I actually got these when they were out of print because they were still available on Canadian Amazon. I don't know how I lucked out with these copies still being available. Unfortunately, I couldn't snag the first one because it went out of print in July, and I literally got these, I think I got them in November, and this one went out of print in like June, and this one went out of print in like August, like something along the lines of like they were out of print for a while, but I somehow managed to snag them on Canadian Amazon, and I'm so excited. My favorite one of the entire series, Heartless. This is about Willa and Cade. They are my children. I love them. I don't know why I keep saying that they're my children, because I love them. They're my loves. Cade is Rhett's brother. Cade runs the family ranch. He has a little son who is the sweetest little boy, and he needs a nanny. Willa is Summer's best friend who needs a job because she used to work at a bar, but that bar is closed for renovations. So she was like, why don't I become a nanny for a summer? And then Cade and Willa get together, and it's amazing. Then we have Powerless. Powerless is about Jasper. He is a family friend of the Eaton boys, and he's basically a fourth brother. He is a professional hockey player, and he falls for his best friend who is a ballerina. Reckless. This is Summer's sister Winter's story, and this is also Rhett's protege Theo's story. And this one caused me pain and distress, but in the best way. In a way that I need to reread it immediately. And that's what that one's about. And then the final book in the Chestnut Spring series, this is Beau's story, the third Eaton brother, and it is between kind of the town outlaw cast. Bailey's kind of outlawed by the town because of her family name, and Beau is struggling coming back from his deployment in the military. So there we go. You know, I would hold all of those books up again, but the amount of times that I almost dropped them trying to get the thumbnail was actually very distressing to me. And if I drop any of them, like my special editions, my cookbook, my regular paperbacks, or my out of print special edition indie published mirror covers from LC Silver, I'm gonna cry, and I don't want to cry, so I'm not gonna do it. But that is the end of today's book haul. Will I have another book haul relatively soon? And by relatively soon, I mean in a bunch of months, yes. So look out for that. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below which one was your favorite book and like what books you've recently hauled. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. The links are in the description, and I will see you all soon. Bye everybody.